Acid that can do more harm to the vessel is anger in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. Persons attempting to find a motive in this narrative will be prosecuted, persons attempting to find a moral in it will be banished, persons attempting to find a plot in it will be shot. Education is the path from cocky ignorance to miserable uncertainty. There are several good protections against temptations, but the surest is cowardice. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Patriot, the person who can shout the loudest without knowing where he is crying about. Work and play are words used to describe the same thing under differing conditions. It is by the fortune of God that, in this country, we have three benefits: freedom of speech, freedom of thought, and the wisdom never to use either. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Of all God's creatures there is only one that cannot be made the slave of the lash. That one is the cat. If man could be crossed with a cat it would improve man, but it would deteriorate the cat. The holy passion of friendship is of so sweet and steady and loyal and enduring a nature that it will last through a whole lifetime, if not asked to lend money. When people do not respect us we are sharply offended, yet deep down in his private heart no man much respects himself. The reports of my death are greatly exaggerated. Don't wake up a woman who is in love. Let him dissolve in sweet dreams, so as not to cry when faced with facts that turn out to be bitter. I don't like fights. If I have an enemy, I will forgive him, take him to a quiet place, then finish him there. Never let someone be your priority while you are their choice. If you choose a hungry dog and make it very prosperous, it will not bite you. And this is the main difference between dogs and humans. October is a particularly dangerous month to speculate in stocks. And others are July, January, April, September, November, May, March, June, December, August, and February. It's better to keep your mouth shut and let other people think you're stupid, than to open your mouth and confirm everything they think. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. Don't argue with stupid people, because they will drag you to their level and then beat you with experience. Logic and happiness cannot be combined. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Quitting smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it 1,000 times. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, this is the ideal life. There has never been anything uninteresting in life. Because that's not possible. Within the appearance of even the most geeky person, there is drama, comedy and tragedy. Kindness is a language in which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. The best way to cheer yourself up and make yourself happy is to try to cheer up and make other people happy. It is easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been deceived. If the world is a book, and people who don't travel, only read the pages, courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Classic. A book which people praise and don't read. Books are for people who wish they were somewhere else. The main difference between a cat and a lie is that a cat has only 9 lives. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Age is an issue of mind over matter. It doesn't matter, if you don't mind. Kindness is a language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. The grief of love can heal itself, but if you want to achieve the full value of happiness, you must find someone to share your feelings with. The dictionary is the only place where you can find success without working. When you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. Always do good. Some people will be happy about it, while others will be amazed. It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Patriotism is loyalty to the nation all the time, loyalty to the government when it deserves it. The more you try to explain it out, the less I understand. The more things you forbid, the more popular they become. Ink with which all history is written is merely fluid prejudice. Be careful about reading health books. You may die.